Level 1, $0. You have nothing. Not nothing in the motivational poster sense. Literally nothing. Your bank account is empty. Your phone is cracked. Your rent is due. And suddenly, people become very busy. You text someone. They take hours to respond. You ask for a small favor. They tell you they are broke too. You walk into an expensive restaurant. Nobody knows your name. Nobody cares why you are there. The waiter gives you the menu, then quietly watches you calculate the cheapest meal. At this level, money does not just determine what you can buy. It determines how seriously people take you. You learn that quickly. You stop asking. You start surviving. And survival changes you. Because when you have nothing to lose, you become willing to do almost anything to get something. Level 2, $10. Now you have $10. It sounds ridiculous. But when you had zero, $10 feels like oxygen. You can buy food. You can make a small transaction. You can get somewhere. For a moment, you feel powerful. Then reality hits. $10 does not change how people see you. It only changes what you can do for the next few hours. Your friend still asks when you are getting your life together. Your family still worries about you. Nobody sees $10 as wealth. They see it as temporary relief. And that teaches you your first lesson. Money does not matter because of the number. It matters because of what the number allows you to control. Level 3, $100. Now you have $100. You breathe differently. Not because you are rich. Because an emergency no longer automatically destroys you. You can buy groceries, pay a small bill, fix something, maybe even take someone out. And people begin treating you slightly differently. Not because they respect you, because they realize you might actually have something. A friend asks to borrow 20, another asks for 50. Someone suddenly remembers they haven't spoken to you in months. You laugh. Because you recognize the pattern. When you had nothing, they forgot your number. Now that you have something, their memory has returned. Level 4, $1,000. This is where your behavior starts changing. You stop thinking only about today. You start thinking about next month. You can replace your broken phone, handle an unexpected expense, buy equipment, start a tiny business, take a calculated risk, and suddenly people call you ambitious. But there is another change. People start watching. They notice what you wear, what phone you use, where you eat, what you post. You realize something uncomfortable. People rarely ask how you made the money. They ask what you can do with it. And some people begin expecting access to your wallet. You haven't become rich. You've simply become useful. Level 5, $10,000. Now you can make decisions without immediately panicking about the consequences. You can leave a terrible job, move somewhere cheaper, invest in a business, buy better tools, take a month to breathe, and people notice. You are no longer treated like someone who needs rescuing. You are treated like someone who might know what they are doing, even if you don't. That is the dangerous part. People begin trusting your money before they trust your character. Someone approaches you with an opportunity. Just invest. Someone else has a business idea. Just help me get started. Another person needs a loan. It's only temporary. And suddenly, your $10,000 isn't yours anymore. Everyone has a plan for it. Except you. Level 6. $100,000. Now the room changes. You walk into certain places, and people listen. Banks return your calls. Businesses want your attention. People who ignored your messages suddenly respond within minutes. Your clothes don't have to be expensive. Your car doesn't have to be impressive. Your money has already entered the room before you did. But something else enters with it. Suspicion. You start asking yourself, does this person actually like me? Or, do they like what I can provide? You notice small things. The friend who always needs a favor. The relative who suddenly has an investment opportunity. The stranger who becomes extremely friendly after hearing what you do. At $100,000, you begin discovering that attention has a price. Level 7, $1 million. $1 million. This is where people stop asking whether you are doing well. They start assuming you are. You can afford mistakes. And that is a terrifying kind of power. You can lose $10,000 and still wake up tomorrow. You can walk away from a bad deal. You can fire someone. You can leave a relationship. You can move. You can say no. And no becomes one of your most valuable possessions. But your relationships become harder to read. Someone buys you dinner. You wonder why. Someone compliments you. You wonder what they want. Someone wants to become your friend. You wonder what they saw first. Your money has created distance. Even when you never asked for it, you begin missing something you once took for granted. Knowing who genuinely cares about you. Level 8. $5 million. $5 million. Now your lifestyle can become completely detached from ordinary life. Private rooms, luxury hotels, better cars, personal assistants, people whose entire job is to make your problems disappear. You don't wait in the same lines anymore. You don't make the same phone calls. You don't even solve the same problems. And this is where wealth becomes dangerous, because comfort can slowly remove you from reality. Someone else handles the bill. Someone else handles the schedule. Someone else handles the difficult conversation. Someone else handles the consequences. You wake up surrounded by people, and somehow become more alone. Everyone wants something. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone knows your name. Very few people know you. Level 9. $10 million. $10 million. Now, money is no longer something you simply possess. It becomes infrastructure. Businesses, properties, investments, employees, lawyers, accountants, contracts. You don't just spend money. You move it. And when you move millions, other people's lives move with it. A bad decision can cost someone their job. A failed investment can destroy years of work. A careless signature can create a lawsuit. At this level, people don't simply want your money. They want access to your decisions. Your time becomes expensive. Your privacy becomes valuable. Your mistakes become public. And trust becomes almost impossible to measure. Because when someone walks toward you, you can no longer be completely sure whether they see a person or an opportunity. Level 10. The price. Then one day, you realize something. You spent your entire life believing money would change how people treated you. And it did. At 0, people ignored you. At $10, they barely noticed. At 1,000, they became interested. At 100,000, they became impressed. At 1 million, they became careful. At 10 million, they became strategic. But money never answered the question you actually wanted answered. Who is real? You can buy security. You can buy comfort. You can buy distance. You can buy time. You can buy almost anything. Except certainty. And that is the final level. Because eventually, someone will betray you. A partner, an employee, a friend, maybe even someone you trusted with everything. And when it happens, you won't be thinking about the money. You'll remember the days when you had nothing, when someone helped you without asking what they would get back, when a meal was shared because someone cared, when friendship didn't require a contract, and suddenly, the person with $10 million envies the person with 10, not because $10 is worth more, but because they still know who they can trust. That is the hidden cost of wealth. The higher you climb, the more people can reach you, and the harder it becomes to know who actually came for you. So if you ever become rich, remember the person you were before the money arrived. Because money can change your house, your clothes, your friends, your enemies, your freedom, your entire life. But if you let it, it can also change you. And by the time you finally realize it, you may have everything you ever wanted, except the one thing money was supposed to give you: peace.